It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Good evening, model citizens. Welcome to Humanity Junction. This is Modeling Monday. Long time no talk. I hope everyone enjoyed Sidetrack Sunday last night. And if you're coming over from Tom's stream, I didn't break his internet. Okay, I might have broken his internet. But we've got the list of, which way are they? Right there. List of live streams going on. If you don't see your name, you want to join, send an email. Tonight, I'm going to work on some Craftsman kits, and I call them kits. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about this guy's not quite a kit, but we'll get into that. Let's see who's here. We've got Cameron from Caboose 121. We've got Drew Dudes Model Trains is here. Robert from Flying Crow. If people don't know, Robert is now selling chairs, so you can get your own Flying Crow folding chair. We've got James Galton in the house. We've got Marty from M&M Short Lines. We've got Andrew, Mr. Pictovid is here as well. We've got Mystic Southern Railway. Norman Rowe is here. We've got Ray Ron VR in the house. Rick Bailey is here joining us. Roy Eltham in the house. Sean McGee is here. Shays Enscale. We've got Thomas from Split Rock. Rob from Why Are You Naked joining us. We've got Steve 87th. PSAP. James Galton's coming in. Dragon Lover 68's joining us. Grandpa Rails is coming in. Containerman 68's dropping in. People are just starting to come in left and right. Martin Searsman's here. I think I got the majority of the people that checked in. Thanks everyone for being here. Really appreciate it. As I mentioned, I pulled out some stuff, and I'm going to attempt some Craftsman kit type stuff. We'll see how it goes. I just really want to get back to working on this module. I showed this yesterday, so I'm going to start building some of the little elements for it slowly, piece by piece. We'll get there one at a time. I do have a little poll going on. I'm curious how many people have Craftsman kits on their layouts. So far, we've got 33 votes and only 31 people watching, so maybe some people voted twice, but 58% currently say yes. 42% are saying no, but I'm curious if you've got Craftsman kits or not. Wigwag Workshop saying hello. Let's see. Mystic Southern Railways here as well. Oh, I do want to mention because Robert from Flying Crow is here. Robert, I was curious what you thought of the big KCS announcement. What do you think, Train Freak? Do you see that big KCS announcement? Do you think Mr. Flying Crow is going to update all of his rolling stock to now be appropriate for the new purchase?
So did it finally go through?
I saw some articles saying that KCS has decided that CP made the better offer and that they're going to move forward with them. So James says never. Shay Scale wants to know if he will win the giveaway for tonight. I unfortunately don't have a giveaway for tonight, but I do have Creepy's package boxed up, and I got the address, so I will be shipping it out. Yeah, Ray Ron, it will be interesting to see if the government will approve it, but I don't know why they wouldn't necessarily approve it. I didn't realize this. CN had 5 days to respond, so maybe they'll sweeten the deal. But yeah, I just we'll have to get Robert to start setting up his trains with an updated thing.
So speaking of Robert, the next time he comes up this way, he needs to bring me one of those chairs autographed.
That would be awesome. We'll see. It's just because they got signals the CN won't go through. Oh, interesting. So you think they're choosing the one just so that it won't happen? The shareholders of CN will not allow it. Why won't the shareholders allow it? Robert's threatening to put me in timeout. Did he get another broke chair? I don't know, but I got 2 chairs right here. I can send him one. Where's Sparky? Oh, that's right. It's past his bedtime. Speaking of past their bedtime, what's happening, Mr. Lin?
Not much. Room is looking fabulous. You can't see it really because sun's going down. It's kind of dark in here, but moved everything out except the layout and moving things back in. And I found a lot of stuff.
So do you think this KCS merger or KCS purchase is going to happen?
Yes.
Do you even know what we're talking about, or do you just say yes?
Both. I do know a little bit about it, but I'll agree with anything you say.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. Oh, there we go. Robert from Flying Crow can join the folks up in Canada now.
That's right.
How would you feel if Ferromex bought KCS? I don't know. I mean, look at how many companies in the U.S. are owned by foreign, companies. Same thing. James says no more fallen flags. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be that lucky. But
so I shared this with Robert earlier. I was out rail fanning on my lunch today, and a train came by. The second unit was actually one of the KCS gray ghost schemes.
Really?
And it said yes, and it said KCS on the side, and then it had in small fine print D Mexico. So it was one of their Mexico subsidiary locomotives. But I thought that was pretty neat.
I mean, it's they're all gonna be purchased or bought out or whatever by bigger companies at some point. Kansas City Southern to accept CP Rail's offer rebuffing CN. This was from yesterday. Looks like at 2:00. I think the issue was brought up that CP would have a massive North America line creating a close monopoly that the U.S. government will have to look at. Yeah, but I don't know. Robert says his wife's Canadian, so he'll feel right at home joining the crew.
that monopoly thing sure didn't bother the UP when they bought up SP and everybody else.
I mean, Conrail is consolidated rail, which by definition wouldn't a consolidation be a monopoly? I mean, you know. Artie's late. He's been shopping, hopefully for donuts. I hear he's gonna bring us all donuts. Before we get into the modeling, I made a new video. I wanted to include Sparky in the new video because he's a new member. So the new video's got our YouTube members, our Patreon members, as well as what else does it have? I'm sorry, Jason's microphone was making all kinds of noise, so I had to mute him. Apparently, Jason's going to be the.
I muted myself. I couldn't.
No, it was Jason. Jason's the new Steve Childers. So.
Is it because of the AC unit?
I don't know. No, it sounded. I don't know what it sounded like.
Like
it was
a
not a good
voice.
sound, whatever it was. Yeah, it was kind of digital noise. Yeah,
Oh, well.
I'm hearing some echo from Jason, according to Roy. Dwight wants to know, why can't we close the poll? We'll close the poll at the end after everyone has a chance to enter. Norman says he thought it was R2D2. So let's mute both Lynn and Jason, and we'll try and play my my thank you video again. I gotta remove Norman's comment first, then I gotta go back here. Thank you. Sometimes it's Dwight having the issue where the poll is covering up the text. I don't know why it does that, but some people it seems to cover it up. Some people it doesn't. Roy says, Jason, your echo cancellation is failing. But no, Lynn, I don't hear your trains. I just heard Jason making a lot of noise. I do want to point out too, while we're giving Jason a hard time, if anybody needs any ads, looks like CoverGirl and some Clorox bleach and what is that for plantar's fasciitis. Jason's got some advertisements going on. He's going to use those as his backdrop. Oh, look, he dropped out. Giving the guy a hard time and he backed out. So here's the plan for tonight. The first thing I'm going to put together is this little fishing boat. And I say put together because I read the instructions, and I'll read the instructions again. The instructions say, sand bow and hull to desired contour, place paddles in boat, and paint desired color. So basically all it is this piece of wood. You just need to cut it out and then sand it a little bit. So that should be pretty easy. Then I figured we'd move on to something a bit harder, which is going to be the picnic tables. It does come with a little jig, though. There's this piece is apparently a jig to help you align everything up. What is that? Is that your boat? That boat's so much nicer than my boat.
It's got a hole in it, though. Doesn't it?
Oh, well. It's supposed to have a hole, not a hole.
Okay. A complete bolt.
Yeah. And then after that, we'll go on to the outhouse. But Jason, you ditched us.
No, I went to pick up the camera and I hit my button, but I was going to tell you I have an advertisement just for you.
Oh, do you? Okay, let's see it.
Hold on. You know, since you're doing this, there you go.
That is actually that is exactly what I used for my colonoscopy. Was Miralax. So
No,
Tom,
you missed out on the coupon, so you could save $5.
I lost enough on that deal. I think I'm all good. Rob from Why Are You Naked says, Lynn, you can seal the bottom of that boat with Flex Seal.
Yes, good idea.
So Tom was asking where the Craftsman kits are. So I'm starting small. I'm starting fishing boat, picnic table, outhouse, and then we'll get into the shack. But for people that weren't here last night, I'll just show this again really quick. This is one of my corner modules. It started off looking like this. We've added the shaper sheet. There's going to be a little culvert that's going to kind of go right in here. And then there'll be a little waterfall here. So the water will kind of come over here and come through the culvert there. The water will pool down here. The guy that lives here is going to live in a little shack up on this little level here. He's going to have a little dog house. He'll have an outhouse and a picnic table. And then down in the little hole here, he'll have a little fishing table and fishing boat. We might have a little open storage shed. We'll see if that's going to get added or not. And I've also got some tires and some 55-gallon drums, because what crazy guy in a shack doesn't need 55-gallon drums and tires? He took lessons from Jason on the kits. And I think he's referring to Norman's comment, the stream will be over before Heath finishes the boat, which could be true. The chat is still talking about all of the mergers and stuff. A shack on top of the culvert. The shack is going to be up over here. The culvert is going to be under the tracks, so it'll come out there. So, what about a cat house? I'm not a big cat person. Train Inspector is a dog, so I thought I'd stick with that. So let's start pulling out the boats.
I was thinking maybe you could have a flea circus.
I could. Tom wants to know, is this a 3-hour stream? No, probably about an hour and a half in. I imagine I'm going to start having internet problems, just like over on your show, Tom. Z Fantasy Trains, welcome. Hello. Yeah, we're gonna. It's gonna take me an all-nighter just to do the boats, so we'll have to possibly see how long it goes. But here's the boats come with paddles, and I've got 2 little boats. So we'll cut those out, and we'll see where we go from here. I'm always told to. I've learned from the best of them to.
Yes, good idea.
To get a new blade, so we're going to do that first.
I like the way you disposed of the old one.
Yeah, I used to just throw them in the trash can, but then you stick your hand in and you cut up your hand, and that's just no fun. So
then you get gangrene and you have to get your hand cut off. And
yeah, it's just
goes from there.
It's a real bummer overall. Yep. So
yep.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of different styles of blades and stuff in there. This is the Fisker X-Acto knife. I like this one because it's got a kind of a nice little grip to it. So it's pretty good. Dwight says you need a dog house for the dog. And if you missed it, here are the dog houses.
Yep.
Yeah, so there will be dog houses. But the other tools that I have, if people are curious, so we've got the X-Acto knife. I've got tweezers. I've got wood glue. I've got a ramekin, and it's apparently French because the name on the bottom is French. So
oui.
I'm guessing it's a real ramekin. Tim wants to know, why are you sticking your hand in the trash? Well,
Yeah,
you know,
that's the name of my porter potty company, Lynn.
You were looking for the instructions.
exactly, exactly. At Flying Crow, you shouldn't be going to any cat houses anymore unless the wife likes to join in on ladies' nights. Anyway, nothing worse than getting those blades in the truck tire while you're working at the dump. Yeah, I've got a couple different kinds of blades in here. I've got those like straight blades. I've got some of these blades in there. It's just a nice way to kind of dispose them. And then I've got my little magnetic tray with stuff that I won't need for the boat because the boat is not going to require any type of magnet stuff. But let's see if I can cut this out without cutting myself. Which
It is interesting that you have that ramekin because we have some here in the house, but the missus would never, ever, ever let me use one for anything other than cooking.
See, I figured the ramekins are like a good what I'm going to use it for is I'm going to put some glue in it, and then I've got toothpicks. And the idea is that I would apply the glue with the toothpicks so that I'm not applying too much glue, and then the ramekins are just easy to clean. So, will the boat float? I'm assuming this boat is going to float because I'm going to be putting it on top of probably some epoxy or something like that. So I'm assuming it'll float. Wife who puts husband in dong houses soon find him in cat house. Oh, that's actually pretty funny. This should be fun. I might have to go put it on a big screen. Heath not hurting himself. I know, I'm using a knife. I'm still cutting this one out. And I did realize that when they laser cut it, where it's still connected is on the bottom. So I realized if I flip it over and cut from the bottom, I don't have to cut very far through. And then it should just pop right out. There we go. So there's my first boat. And now I just need to kind of sand the bottom, but let's get the other boat out.
Are you busy?
Are you busy, Lynn? Is that your wife asking?
Yes, I keep asking her if she wants to come on, but she always says no. You want to come on?
I'll stick.
Watch your head going underneath the drop. Let me turn
I'll
around.
just get over here. You don't have to. Hi,
Hey, Jen.
everybody.
Hi there. Welcome. Lynn's been behaving.
I did. That's abnormal for him.
I know.
Watch your head here.
Artie's saying I need a butcher's glove so I don't cut my hand. But let's see here. We're getting there. We're cutting this out. I don't think anybody's gonna get hurt today. I think that we'll at least have the boats done, and maybe we'll have an outhouse or a picnic table done. So now I get to. This is my first piece of scrap Craftsman kit wood. For anybody that's wondering,
Those are very desirable.
apparently. We're gonna cut out the paddles, which the paddles are tiny. Why is everything for N scale so small?
Keep telling you, you need to go HO.
Yeah, but N scale is just a better scale.
Mm-hmm. For small rooms, yes.
Exactly. Wink one eye if Lynn is holding you against your will. That's from Mr. Pictovid to Lynn's wife. I didn't bring water down with me tonight, and now I'm kind of regretting it.
Uh-oh. That's what the ramekin's for. You're supposed to put a little water in that.
Well, what's funny you say that is I've got a little water pitcher over here that's got drinking water in it. I just don't have a cup.
I thought you were taking it from the dog.
So the ramekin works. David Atkins wants to know whether these are paddles or whether they're oars. So let's see. I'm going back to the instructions, and let's see what it says. Place paddles in boat. So,
Clears that up.
Tom, does anyone hear? Sorry, this is really funny. Does anyone hear Mike McCarville rolling his eyes? Yes. It's ramekin, like Ramekin or something like that, not remekini or something. Rob says I gave up water years ago when I started drinking alcohol. All right, so let's try and get. I don't know how I'm going to get these out of here without breaking them. I guess the thing to do is probably like cut the whole thing across. Maybe it'll help make it easier to get them out. Let's see. There we go. So that's the one end. And now let's try and cut the other end off. David, oh yeah, I can see that they're paddles. Oh, that's too funny. Use paddles in canoes and oars in boats. A ramekin is for wood glue and modeling. Lynn, just so everyone knows, I can't see chat. Looks like a bowl to me. Is that a New York phrase? It's not a New York phrase. I don't.
No, no.
I mean, I think it's a culinary thing. For people that don't eat Doritos, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, it's what you put your guacamole in when you're dipping your taquitos.
Although, if you're doing guacamole, wouldn't that be Spanish? So, and ramekin being French, I think you're.
Well, French tried to occupy Mexico, so kind of.
I guess it kind of fits. All right, so these paddle oar type objects are sort of falling out, and I am definitely going to lose those at some point. So I think technically I'm still on step 1, but we're getting to step 2. So I don't know if you can see them or not, but here are the paddles.
That looks like a splinter.
It does look like a splinter. Lauren Hurwitz gone to say hello and have a good night. Split Rock has an oar boat. Split Rock, you have a whole you have a whole oar boat thing or something. It's so small. Yes, it is small. Salsa Lala. I don't quite know what he's talking about. I'm building a Hunterline 81 frame trestle. I'm following the New Tracks modeling build along. There you go. Okay, so the next step, and this is 600 grit sandpaper. They recommend using 120. I couldn't find the 120, so we're just gonna go with it. But I'm thinking we need to, we'll round the sides edges, and we'll soften the nose, and we'll call that done. Chris says I'm yet to get a Craftsman kit, so this is the first one I'm putting together. So if it goes well, if you're gonna lose them, why not put them in the trash now and get over with it? So I was setting up for this show, and I have a carpet down here on the floor, and I was kind of walking around, and I started stepping on something, and I was like, oh, what's that? And I reached down, and I found the Allen key that I lost like 3 weeks ago in the carpet. So I don't want to get rid of the paddles yet, because I'm sure at some point they'll they'll come back. Okay, so we're sanding. Well, we're getting a little somewhere. See, it sort of sanded that edge down a little bit. Kind of working nicely, actually. I actually like using the 600 sandpaper because I tend to overdo things. And using the 600 sandpaper, I'm not, I'm hopefully not going to make a big mistake. Because I'm just taking little bits at a time. So I've got the sides. You can sort of see I kind of sanded the sides a little bit, and now we'll get to the tip, the nose. Ramekins are for souffles, yes. Human overdo things, yeah, I do. I think I'm so used to Warblers kits that I'm too comfortable. I don't like change. Wouldn't mind an ITLA kit, yeah. 600 grit sandpaper equals 300 grit in HO. That's so funny. Oh, that's too funny.
Well, watching you and Jason and Rayron the other night, I feel like I should be doing something. I got plenty to do. I just haven't
Pick
got
a
around to doing it.
project. I know you've probably got like 12 projects within arm's reach.
Normally I would, maybe a couple of dozen, but they're all in the other room since I cleaned this mess out. I do have my packet of steel wheels, and I got boxes of KD couplers, and I'll get around to it.
So, getting a little somewhere with this. I'm getting a decent shape out of it. What I would like to find is if I could find a motor for the back of it so that they can use outboard motor instead of paddles.
Well, you could.
There are many beginner Craftsman kits that are very affordable. Yeah, and we're gonna get there. I pulled out the other day. I had out what was it, like Vicky's Veggies or something. So we'll get there. So I think I'm going to call this boat done-ish, except for maybe some stain. But I don't think I'm going to mess with stain tonight because I'm not that. But I don't know if you can see, but I've kind of shaped this bottom one is kind of shaped a little bit, and this one is still the first one, so I have this one to go. So
That's
Mr.
good for end scale. You can't see it anyways. So.
Exactly. See, and now look, it'll be a little fishing boat down in the little water, or it will be eventually. Split Rock wants to know if you keep your projects in blue tubs, Lynn.
Yes, I do. Honestly, I do. I have the big infamous one in the garage, but no, there's I just came back from getting boxes of kits just to show off, but no, I have several blue boxes. I don't know why blue, but they are.
It's kind of an inside joke. If you watch the Crossing Gate or listen to the Crossing Gate podcast, he kind of makes a joke about it. So I think he's just trying to be funny. But Mr. Trimbo's Trades, do you like woodland scenic modules versus buying a wood module? 100% buy the wood modules. I would not recommend the woodland scenic modules for a lot of reasons. But if you get to, if you're ever chased by Sean McGee, whatever floats your boat, Keith. I have my electron microscope working. So when am I going to start scratch building? Not a while. So the boat, where the boat is, I'm gonna fill this area with some water, so it'll be painted blue. I'll change the paint to blue, and it'll be good. Tom, no one's gonna see the contour, but I'll know, Tom. I'll know. So I'm gonna sand this one, and then we'll move on to the picnic tables, because I know that those will be more fun. Because the picnic tables will involve glue. It is kind of funny. Like, I guess you really can see the contour. You can see the contour. JV model kits. These are Osborne model kits. Are you asking me, Rob, or are you asking somebody else? All right, so this one's going a little faster because I feel like I have a little bit of clue as to what I'm doing.
When you built your outhouse, you need to put a little Sears catalog in there too.
In N scale, you think I'm gonna see the Sears catalog?
Sure. Just like that outboard motor you're going to put on the boat.
Well, the outboard motor's at least on top. The Sears catalog would be inside.
I got the door open.
Yeah. So we got two little fishing boats, and I've got some oars that are so small that I'm going to forget that they're on here, and I'm going to pick this up at some point and dump them all over the floor, and then not be able to find them. I can't even pick them up with the X-Acto knife. Get the tweezers. One oar. One paddle. One oar. And one paddle. First Craftsman kit is complete.
Hooray!
M&M Rail says, thanks for supporting Canada's economy. It's Osborne models from... Oh, it is. Look at that. Made in Canada. So M&M Rails, Mr. Flying Crow wants to know if he could join your team now that CP is buying KCS. So, yeah. They're oar-like paddles, I think. Ta-da. Yes. What? I don't know. I don't know what we were talking about. So what do you think? Picnic tables next. Man, we're cruising along. If all Craftsman kits are this easy, I think I'm gonna have to just keep building Craftsman kits. I mean, that one took no time at all. I know I'm joking. No one's gonna laugh at my terrible jokes. Okay, so bottom of table jig, dab of glue, place tabletop into jig with etched lines facing down, put a dab of glue onto the bottom of tabletop, then slide table legs into jig. Once glue is dry, carefully remove and glue seats onto crossbars. I do not understand what I'm supposed to do at all.
Good luck.
Oh, no, wait, do I understand? Place tabletop into jig, place a dab of glue on the bottom, then slide table legs into jig. Here's the jig.
The jig is up.
I think you're confusing Craftsman kits with laser kits. I know. These are laser kits. They're not really Craftsman kits. But I think... Would this be considered a Craftsman kit? Probably not.
No.
It's a laser kit. So what is the... See, look, Daniel says, laser kits are generally considered Craftsman kits. Tom says, that's not a Craftsman kit. I don't see Sears on it, which I agree. I think there are different ideas as to what constitutes a Craftsman kit. Laser kits are generally considered... Oh, yeah, I read that one already. Drew a dry run, yes. Craftsman isn't so much a kit type as a dedication to the level of detail you build with.
Ooh.
There you go. I like that.
Daniel,
I like that. Daniel, you can stick around. The rest of you, I'm not so sure about. But,
Now, here's a Craftsman kit.
yeah, I know. Well, okay, so here's a question then. Let's, is this a Craftsman kit?
Yes.
So why is this a Craftsman kit? It's just a laser cut kit.
It's got a little bit more to it than just putting a picnic table together.
I know we're working our way. We're working our way up there. We're starting off small. We're starting off very small, and we're gonna work our way up. That's the goal. Yes.
So that RS laser kit that you got there, that was actually one of the vendors that was at the train show, right across from Aaron's booth.
Oh yeah. Did Aaron get any kits from him?
No, because he was too busy buying train cars.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I know these aren't really Craftsman kits, but this is my. I'm starting working with laser cut wood kits to learn to cut them out and to like work with them and do all that kind of stuff. So Marty says the difference between Craftsman kits is that you have to cut the wood yourself. Although New Haven Rail says all Craftsman kits are laser kits. Oh, so Thomas from Split Rock says, I would say no, the VV is a laser kit, not a Craftsman kit. So maybe for next week's Model Monday, it'll be an apology video for making the mistake of thinking I was going to be putting together a Craftsman kit and showing up with measly laser kits. I would love, if Boss Scale Models did an N-Scale Kit of the Month Club, I would do it in a second. But nobody does an N-Scale Kit of the Month Club. Basically, I'm just, if I start here, I figure in like 7 years I'll be as good as Jason Jensen. Right?
Sure.
Yeah, right. In
But
7
first
years,
you got to get a room as big as his.
yeah. In 7 years, I'll still be cutting out laser kits and calling them Craftsman kits.
Jason Jensen is so far ahead and out there that, not to be sacrilegious, but he's kind of a god.
He is, his level of artistry is just incredible.
It is.
It's just really incredible. Okay, so cutting out the tabletop. See, if I can't even put this little table together, I don't know how I'm going to do a Craftsman kit.
Well, look at it this way. If you had HOO or something like that, at least you'd be able to see what you're doing.
Well, that's why I did the, I think you can see, that's why this is the NMRBO thing that I did in HO. So, Jason is an artist by trade. He absolutely
he
is. Chris wants to know what Jason is working on.
Yeah. What you doing?
I am getting plastered.
Woohoo!
No,
Sounds like a plan.
I know, right? No, I've just applied plaster, smoothed it out by hand. Got to wait on it to dry, and then I'm going to add a little bit more back here, a little here, and then work my way this direction with it. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Glad you're protecting your backdrop.
Yeah, that's why I put these up here, so that way the plaster won't get all the way to it. Especially like right in here where I've got pieces that help hold this removable backdrop in place. So yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much it. The method I'm doing it is I'm using old newspaper to make like contour. I don't know if y'all can see this one here.
Yeah.
If I take it out of the way. But I've got small pieces of newspaper rolled up under, but before that, I take scrap pieces of wood and glue them in place, and that's where I create my elevation. And then I use aluminum window screen to hold everything down, and that's what you plaster to. And so it kind of acts like rebar, and it works great.
What Jason's doing there is almost exactly what this is back here. It's just when I did that, the Polaroid camera wasn't working as well. Literally, it was pre-YouTube, pre-internet, Facebook, all that stuff. But the same thing with stacking and layering. But I used a lot of styrofoam blocks. Used a hot knife and just cut them and stuck them down and then covered them up.
Well, Lynn, you got to do it again then.
Yeah.
Well, in the works is a 6-foot desert module. I've already contacted the carpenter because I can't cut wood. It looks kind of weird like. I've already talked to the NASA guy out in Cal City with Green Steam. He's putting together all the turnouts and the electrical stuff. Thanks to the Train Freak. That looks nice.
This is the one side of the table.
The gentleman that made the backdrop for Jason, I've contacted him. He's already printing out the backdrops for some of my existing modules and for the new one coming up. None of this will actually come together until after the first of the year. There's just too much going on. But I will definitely take pictures from beginning to end. I do have some like that from the other modules I have, but trying to find pictures on the computer is, shoot, I can't even get them off the camera onto the computer.
So I'm having a problem.
Uh-oh.
And the problem I'm having is that this jig doesn't actually hold this little side piece up. I thought this side piece would like slide into the jig, but it doesn't. So I guess I just have to hold it until it dries.
That's odd.
I mean, or maybe once I put a little dab of glue on it, the glue will hold it up, but it's not this little, you know, it's not, the jig isn't really thick enough to hold the top and the side in one thing. Well, and this is why I'm starting with laser kits. It's maybe I'm using the jig incorrectly, and that's what I thought at first too, but like I'm looking at the picture and it looks like you just basically take the jig, put the bottom of the table in it, and then you place the table, and then you see when it comes out of the jig, the table legs are connected. So I don't know. The jig is up. It sure is. Another plug for Tom's Trains and Themes Laser. Sierra West makes great kits, but unfortunately no N scale and expensive. Yeah. I found one company, I think it's maybe N Scale Architect. They make a bunch of like city buildings, but like the cheapest one is like $100 or something.
Whoa.
So I figured I would screw these up first. I really don't know why. It says use CA or white glue. I have wood glue here. Should I use white glue instead of wood glue? This is fun, isn't it?
Get a pair of pliers and just unscrew the whole cap.
I got it.
Okay, good.
All right, so
Yeah.
I moved my camera, so I don't know if y'all can see a little more of the contour with the camera kind of more even with the layout.
Not right now because you're small, but let me make you bigger. All right, now maybe people can see it.
Yeah, just kind of look for more of the snow in the back.
the snow in the back is your contouring.
Yeah, back here.
Yep.
You have to kind
I
of ignore
see. I
this little
see.
piece of wood because there's actually going to be more contour right here as well. And that's so that way it kind of helps hide the trains coming in and out of these portals.
I'm saying the jig is to get the angle set, but I don't see how they would. I don't see how these are gonna lay in there. So you're saying that it should be at this angle. That's too extreme of an angle, though. I'm gonna try putting a little glue on the top of this. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Man, if laser kits are this hard, I don't think I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna do any Craftsman kits.
Well, you're also building a picnic table. I mean, you could have picked something smaller.
Are Craftsman kits gonna be just as hard?
No, I think you get into buildings, it'll be a lot easier.
Well, why didn't you tell me that like last week?
You didn't ask.
Tom wants to know how many kits are we going to do in 1.5 hours. I think the plan is it was going to be 3, but it might only end up being 2. I thought about using CA glue and accelerator. I don't know. The wood glue seems to be working. You probably can't see it. But maybe if I take the camera off and make everybody nauseous. It is kind of standing up now in the jig, so let's see. There we go. So it is kind of working there. 1, 2, 3 blocks to the line. Yeah, if I didn't have this little jig, I would use 1, 2, 3 blocks or something, but I sort of assumed that this jig was like the solution to not need to use something else to align it with. Let's try getting this other one going. Wood glue on it. Let's remove this comment. Yeah, I need a microscope for end scale. That's true. I'm actually half tempted to get out my Optivisor. So it does sort of stay, with just the wood glue in the little frame. I guess the question becomes, how do I take it out of the jig?
I was wondering that.
I think that's actually maybe why this is so long, is I think you're supposed to be able to pick it up over it, maybe.
Don't sneeze.
Well, almost out.
Hey, that's good like that.
There we go. There we go.
Hey!
Woohoo! Tom says, wait for the glue to dry, be patient. Yeah, I'm terrible with that. I tried N scale too. I set it down somewhere and can't see it no more. Wood glue leaves yellow residue. Tacky glue excess can be wiped off easily and not yellowing. That is a good point. There is a little yellowness underneath this. I got Aleene's tacky glue as well, which I think definitely dries more clear. So I could switch to that as well, and then use use the Aliens tacky glue. Where's the camera? Oh, the camera's down here now. I have this as well. I guess Heath is in ignore Roy mode tonight. Uh-oh, what did Roy say? What did I miss from Roy? Yeah, Tim, I hear it outside. It sounds like it's really coming down out there. What did Roy say? I'm scrolling up. Cheap 2. Oh, Outland Models. I don't know if I've seen Outland Models or not. I'll have to check them out too. Do they have an N-scale Kid of the Month club? Where do the paddles go on the picnic table? The cable's too short. The paddles go on the boat.
Yeah, just like that.
And you can almost see the contours on the bottom of the boat, even with it sitting like that on the ground. Yeah, I get. I don't know what to say about the wood glue leaving yellow marks, because yes, I know it does, but I feel like wood glue is also kind of like the right thing to use for
wood.
So it's kind of maybe Outland. Here, let's look up Outland Models right now. I have to move this in order to do that. Take a look at my picnic table drying. Oops, sorry. Picnic table. There's the picnic table. I'm going to let it dry a little bit longer before I flip it over. Let's see. Outland Models. Outlandmodels.com. Add to stream. So Tom says Aliens tacky glue works better. You need 2 figures running. One could be chasing with a paddle in hand. Yeah. Okay, so if it's a wood table and the kit is wood, do you still paint it? Chris, I think what I might do is stain it a little bit. Roy says scroll way down. So let's see. Outland Models, crowded discount, 15% off. New arrivals. Oh, festival stall set, but that's 1/64th. That's S scale. I don't want S scale. Best selling products. Oh, I've seen these guys on eBay. But these are all resin printed. These aren't, I didn't think these are kits. These are resin prints. Yeah, because I remember these from eBay. What I'll probably use, Tom, is I've got some of this. This is from Best. Can't even see. Come on, focus. Focus. Well, that's not working very well.
I would buy that stuff just for the bottle, but the problem is I'd be tempted to drink it.
I know.
Cool label though.
Yeah, but so this is I've got 6 colors. They had like a set that you can buy, but like Michael McCarville uses them, Jason Jensen uses them.
Jason sits there and mixes them like he's a mixologist.
Roy says they have more than just resin prints that I skipped over them. Well, Roy, you told me to scroll all the way down.
Yeah.
Categories.
Did I hear you say something about it's raining?
Here it is.
We were on the news. We had rain the other night, right after I talked with Daniel.
That's newsworthy?
It was on the news. We had 0.01%.
Yeah.
I had to clean the windshield on my truck.
So I would not consider these Craftsman kits either, really, are they? I mean, this is all N-scale stuff. Model kits made with laser cutting. I don't know. I'll have to look more. Let's see. Okay, let's get back to this. First step I do for wood is stain it before building a single thing. It all gets ink wash. I know I'm supposed to be staining it first.
Nah.
I just figure these are cheap kits and I don't really care, so I'm just kind of doing this. Okay, so let's see if I can flip this over now. So the good news is it kind of looks like a picnic table. And we're going to add, oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. There we go. So now it looks like a picnic table. And these right here, this little piece, is the little bench piece that goes across the side. So I'm going to add a little drop of glue on the two little legs. And then we're going to try and get that little bench thing in the right spot. And most of the wood glue is dried already. Okay, so we got a tiny bit of glue. That's the other thing is I tend to use so much glue on stuff because like I think it won't stick. And that's another thing that I really need to learn is to not use too much glue. Alright, there's one side. It over. It seems like it's not quite square for whatever reason. Like my my OCD is not liking that it's not like all perfectly aligned. That would be the opposite of Craftsman thinking. Well, I know, I'm just practicing. Whoa. How did people, like, this is so small. Whose idea was it to model an N scale? Jeez.
Let me take a closer look. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, if you're not watching this on a 55-inch TV, you probably can't see what I'm doing at all.
I'm watching it on a 36-inch.
Come on. Be right there. There we go. One picnic table.
Yay!
Woo-hoo! When I do
Small
kits,
table for heat, one big table for mankind, or something like that.
I actually have a 12-inch by 12-inch piece of glass that's over there. I was thinking I was going to use, I thought I was going to maybe use this magnetic tray, but then I didn't do it.
My
I do not.
tray has glue stuck to it.
I do not have an N-scale picnic basket. I don't have an N-scale tablecloth either. So I am not going to, there's 5 more. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to move on and try and do an outhouse.
Ooh, outhouses work pretty good.
You mean to use them or to make them for your layout?
Both.
Yeah. So how much time do we have left? We got about a half hour. Let's see what I can get done on an outhouse in a half hour. But yeah, I think this table is probably gonna, I want to pick it up so badly, but I'm afraid if I pick it up, I'm gonna mess it up.
Nice. Good handling there.
So we'll have a little picnic table up on the ridge with the boats down below. Yeah, there you go. I'm doing a picnic table and an outhouse. So a before the meal and an after the meal thing. Mark says carve my initials in it. So here's the outhouse. Outhouses. I guess there's two of them in here. I just realized why I'm having such a hard time is because these kits are all from Canada. Craig Rexon says, watch for splinters. All right, so let's try and get these outhouses out.
I have a legitimate question about the kit.
I have a legitimate answer about the kit.
Said they're manufactured in Canada, and stepdaughter and her boyfriend just moved up there. And I do know a little bit about Canadians and history and all like that. Is half the instructions in French?
It is not. It is apparently not in that part of Canada.
No parlez-vous français?
It looks like this is a little more complicated than I thought it was going to be. So let's cut some of this out. Get all the pieces out. So as you can see, there's a base, there's a seat, a left, a right, a back, a top frame, a front, a roof, and then battens to hold the door in place. Woo! Blue seat to base inside etch lines. Blue walls to sides of seat. Blue seat to base inside etch lines. So are they saying that the seat goes right on top of the base?
It does, but I didn't.
I feel like the seat would need to be up off the ground.
Yeah.
But
we are
so
talking
is metric end scale different than imperial end scale? My understanding is end scale stands for 9, which is 9 for 9 millimeter, which is the gauge of the rail. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying too. Where's the pit? We know why Heath can't read the instructions. It's in Canadian. No, they're not insulated, and no, they don't smell like maple syrup.
Oh.
Roy wants to know where the link to join is. It is hiding. Let's see, where do I know? Where do I have... that's not what I want. This. Where... See if this works. All right. Back to cutting these pieces out. Maybe. Okay, so we're cutting this guy out, which is the little seat piece. I'm assuming people...
made so it can go up or down.
What do you mean, up or down?
Well, the two little tabs coming out be like hinges to go up and down the seat.
Yeah, I don't know why it's like that.
No, don't mind me.
I guess usually you do just... I mean, depending on the type of outhouse, you would just put a bucket underneath it. Like, some you dig a hole in the ground, and some you just put a bucket under it.
Mine, I just put a chair in it.
I hope with no seat.
No.
Because if it's got a seat, that would be pretty bad. Okay, so that's supposedly the top. And I still need to cut the inside of this out. Which is definitely going to be interesting. These laser kits are actually kind of, like, how fine they are. They're really pretty well done. Pretty well cut. The tolerances.
I'm not sure where the seat went, but here's the little guy that was sitting in there.
Yeah. I guess I need to figure out if I'm going to do this with the door open or closed.
Halfway open.
Dude, that was scary. Thought I broke it. Got it out. And I think this might be what this piece is. Oh, maybe the base. This is probably the base.
I think most of us can attest to this, that you're not a true craftsman until you're cutting one of those and it goes flying into Never Never Land.
Yeah. I'm sure that's going to happen eventually. So it looks like this design is saying to just put this right here. Like just right onto the ground, right onto the base. Which
looks odd.
Which looks a little low to me, but I'm not really sure. Speaking of wood kits,
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Rick.
what's up, Rick? We also have Mr. Roy joining us as well.
Howdy.
Hey, Roy, how's it going?
I was going
Jason,
to show you
how's
some of these
everything?
kits from Outland. Heath.
Oh, you have some of the Outland kits in N scale.
I have a whole bunch of them. Yeah.
I've had a bunch of those on like in my cart at various times. Just the resin ones though, not any of the
Yeah, I only have a couple of their resin ones, but their laser cut is like a plastic laser cut.
Oh, okay, that's what I didn't understand. So they are plastic, not wood.
Yeah, and then they they like snap together, and then you can glue them if you want. But they come. Some of them come like pre-colored, so you don't have to paint them even. Like they're all fancy colors. Some of them are just this plain gray. They come in a little flat pack, and you just fit all the pieces together, and you have a fancy building.
So is it, when it says laser cut plastic, is it like styrene? Laser cut styrene, or is it?
I think it's acrylic or styrene. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm not a plastics expert. Sorry.
Come on now.
It feels the same thing as like styrene kind of plastic.
Do you need to use MEK to put it together, or do you just use regular plastic glue?
They have little tendon and
I thought they were snaps togethers.
Yeah, they're mortise and tenon snap together things. You can glue them also. I just use a dab of CA glue right on the little snap together points.
You know who's got a bunch of those? Jim Tedesco did a whole show. He's got a bunch of them. I think that he got off of. I want to say he got his on eBay.
So yeah, you can get them on eBay, but I go direct to Outland because it's slightly cheaper.
Is Outland a U.S. company? I sort of got the impression that they were from China.
No, it's China. It takes a while to get here, but it's cheaper than eBay's prices for the most part.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Greg Midsummer also has a bunch of these on his layout, and he's even put like LEDs in them, the NeoPixels with the different colored lights and everything.
Yes,
right.
Yes. I saw that update.
And like they even make them really huge. Like this is still N scale, but it's a skyscraper. I have to hold it sideways.
Right.
It's like super big. And it comes, they give you these acetate sheets that are colored. So you can have like the colored glass, like blue.
Oh, yeah,
and
like
green,
blue windows and
blue and green. And they have some clear as well.
Nice.
But yeah, like this is just a 6-story building right here. This one you'd have to paint. This one comes already in different colors. It's like black and white, and there's some blue trim in there. And it's got the green windows.
yeah, I think they've got like a hospital.
They've got hospital, police station,
and stuff. And, yeah, and they're all pre-colored, I think.
Yeah, and then they have a couple of like hotel-looking ones with shops in the bottom floor, but then it's all like high-rise rooms above it. It might be like apartments.
So not exactly Craftsman kits.
Oh no, they're not Craftsman kit at all. They're snap together plastic, but they look cool and they're easy to build.
So I don't know that we're going to be able to see inside, but I do think a sound module and maybe a smell module I might add
Smell module.
to this. So we'll have sounds and scent, but probably not sights.
You can mount a little bottle of that repellent scent spray underneath your layout with a tube going up to your outhouse.
Oh,
Just-
Be a part of the Arduino.
And then fire it with an Arduino every once in a while. Have a little solenoid valve.
My room's not that big. I could put it in here anywhere, and you would.
You would smell it. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I feel like the train just started going a lot faster. It was like going slow, and now it's going fast. You guys can't even see what I'm looking at. The train back there was going slowly, and then all of a sudden it seemed like it was just going really fast.
Probably
You
heated up.
missed while you were distracted looking down at your table. Somebody came in and turned up the speed behind you.
I'm starting to wonder. If you can't see inside, the seat height doesn't matter. Yeah, that's why I just glued the seat down, because I figure it's going to be a lot easier to glue the walls and stuff on if the seat is just attached to the bottom. So let's try the back wall now, shall we? This is kind of nerve-wracking.
Only because we're watching.
Yeah, it probably definitely is a little bit more nerve-wracking. So I got, I originally bought the outhouses for my circus setup because I figured if the circus was coming to town, that they should have a bunch of they should have a bunch of outhouses, when they set up. This is actually an outhouse for the circus lot, but I'm going to use one of them for the... Is somebody printing something?
Oh, it's Rick is unwinding wire.
Oh.
I've been
Are you
following
making
Rick and his wire trees. They're coming along quite nice.
Thank you, Lynn.
I'm a little confused, though, why Rick is using wire to make his trees instead of wood to make his trees.
Shh. It's all about sustainability.
Tom says, well, oh no, the seat's too low. Yeah, the seat's low because it's got to be wheelchair accessible. The seat is low because they were short on wood because Rick is short.
Hey.
Hey, now. I think Rick is actually the tallest person probably on here right now.
Yes, he is.
That's possible.
Rick, I don't know if I messaged you or not. Keith knows that I decided to find and clean my room. I do it about every 5 years. I find all kinds of stuff. I literally found probably about a 5-6 inch square box full of wire trees. No foliage or anything, just the trees.
Oh wow! Yeah, I believe you sent it as a comment on
Yes.
on the video. I thought that was hilarious. Yes.
I'm sorting. I filled 2 large trash containers out by the street for the city to come by and pick up with the stuff I'm getting rid of, because I was saving everything from tinfoil to plastic containers. Like Heath is using the ramekin. I just use the little plastic TV type trays.
Yeah.
The glue comes out of them. If not, into the trash they go. Well, I got a stack like this, so I got rid of those. And then here's this box of the trees. I'm going to go see if I can find that box of trees and show you.
Yeah, Crazy. This will be available for you. If you happen to show up at the little shack on my T-Track module, you will be able to use this bathroom.
I have to admit, Heath, I have been waiting to see some movement on that T-Track module. I was really enjoying that series of you building it and doing the scenery, and then you set it aside like you always do.
Yeah, I know. It's coming back though. It's coming back.
All right,
We're making the
patiently waiting.
outhouse. The outhouse is in progress.
There you go.
Try and get this other wall on, and then I'm gonna let these three sides dry a little bit. Just because I think it's very not square right now.
Well,
And-
once you weather it, I'm pretty sure all the other outhouses were not that very square either. So we'll just blame it on authenticity.
I guess it depends where you grew up, whether your outhouses were very square or not. Where I grew up in Pennsylvania, we had square outhouses. Well, what do you think?
I guess it's better than a round outhouse. Then you don't know where to go to the bathroom in the corner, right?
It's true. It's true. Okay, so I'm touching it and making more of a mess the more I touch it.
That's what she said.
Thank you, Michael Scott. Trying to make sure I'm going to be able to get the front door on. So there's the... You can see, it's funny, I'm actually looking at the picture on the computer because I can see it bigger than I can see the... I can see it down here. I can see where it's off. So it looks like it's leaning back, but it's not. I don't think.
Yeah, it looks like it's leaning back from my point of view.
You didn't put it on upside down, did you?
Probably.
I think the sides are backwards.
I think
no,
so.
that-
It's like
Oh no, wait. Are you
The slant at the top is the... I think it's just that I think it's the angle of the camera is making it look...
I think that whole thing is just upside down. There you
Because
go.
the,
Oh,
the
no,
top
that's
is...
better.
it's the angle?
All
It's
right.
the angle of the camera. All right.
Yeah, because the top's supposed to slant backwards.
Yep.
Right.
So it's just the angle of the dangle, as they say.
So
Yeah, so the roof is definitely sloped, and I think I've got it kind of in the right order now. I still got to put here's the front of it. I've got the door. These two things are the battens that go on the door. And then we've got the roof. He's put no, it's not upside down. It's not upside down. Did you order an N scale guy in the outhouse from anywhere? I didn't order a guy in the thing. Let me see if I can bring up. I'm curious. I don't remember what I ordered from Mini Prince.
are you
Let's-
are you going to give him actual TP or is he going to rely on dry leaves?
Just leaves. I don't get time to roll up a thing of toilet paper.
Oh man, wouldn't that be exciting?
Okay, here
On
we
the
go.
next Modeling Monday,
Yeah, exactly.
makes his own TP.
So from Mini Prince, I got the rail fan, which is the guy with the camera. I got the lumberjack, and I got the ATV and rider. Oh, and now I get the Mini Prince newsletter. Yeah, so
Oh, man. Lumberjack. I can't believe you would support a serial killer.
shit. So I got this ATV rider.
Oh, that looks.
I got the lumberjack, which is taking care of Rick.
Whoa.
The horror, the horror.
And then I got the rail fan.
So there you go, Heath. I just put that together.
Oh, that looks good, Roy.
From that kit, one of the colored kits.
Why is what I'm doing taking so long, and you just built that whole thing in a second?
Because this is a laser cut, snap together kit. It just snaps
Yeah.
together.
So what you're saying is I'm working on a Craftsman kit.
You're working on a harder laser cut kit.
Or as Ray would call them, you shake the box and it just falls out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That definitely does seem to be what's happening here. I am gonna use some fresh glue because this glue that I'm using is pretty dry, because apparently when you leave glue sitting out for an hour, it dries before you get to use it.
I had that same issue with my latex the other day.
I'm sorry, what? What was that, Rick?
The latex glue.
Do
I'm
I
sorry,
dare
what?
repeat it? Do I dare repeat it?
The latex paint.
Yes, the liquid latex that I used on my wire trees. Apparently, when you leave it out, apparently when you leave it out for a short period of time, it starts to harden and is no longer useful.
Yeah, I seem to find that with glue as well, that it seems to dry if you leave it out. I guess that's one advantage of using CA glue, right?
That's true.
CA
I mean,
glue
then again,
dries
that is
out
the
also.
intended purpose, right? Leave it out and it turns hard, right?
CA glue dries out also, but like you do have a little bit more time, and then you zap it with the accelerator, and you're like golden.
Yeah, you just got to make sure. I'm just saying you got to reseal the bottle.
Yeah.
Or it'll dry out inside the bottle. Like my gel, one of my gel ones, it's so thick now when I pull the brush out, it like pulls out a giant glob of gel CA.
Right. Yeah, I could see that.
And you can't thin it. You have to like add the right chemical. If you add water, it's just going to accelerate it all.
My understanding is if you don't actually have accelerator, just use water.
Yeah.
That's
Water.
really all the accelerator is moisture, basically.
Yeah. You can also just wet the surface before you stick the piece with glue to the surface.
Is that why it sticks to your fingers faster than it sticks to anything else?
Yeah, because of moisture on your fingers.
Well, it was originally invented as a surgical tool,
Right.
Yeah.
for putting wounds together.
In Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, it was for medics in, combat situations originally.
Well, how's that looking like an outhouse? And I've got 2 minutes to go to finish it, and I've got a door and some battens to put on. So the question becomes, let's see if I can do this and have the door be slightly ajar. 'Cause I think that would actually be kind of fun.
You can do it.
Anything is possible.
But I'm sure a craftsman can do it. Whether I can do it or not is another
I'm no
story.
craftsman, but I was able to do it.
Yeah, in HO.
I have faith.
I've also got a Sears catalog in there too.
Do you really? In your HO scale one?
I made it myself. It's several pieces of really thin paper, and then very carefully, I can't show this on camera, I don't think, but it says Sears inside on the paper.
Wow.
Well, I was doing pretty good until I got to the battens, and now I'm having issues. But let's
Seem to be a bit stuck there. Jason, is that plaster you're mixing up, or is it Sculptamold?
Plaster.
Jason hasn't noticed my hat.
Well, he has now.
Can he do it? Yes, he can. Do they make Craftswoman kits?
Oh.
Hmm.
Good question.
Remember to have the moon at the top, not at the bottom. Yes. Yes. So Gary, Creepy013's wife just asked, what are you watching? Answer, the creation of a masterpiece.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I finished another one minus the windows.
Jeez, Roy, I'm just going to give up. I mean, I can't. I barely put together 2 boats, a picnic table, and an outhouse, and you're just putting together skyscrapers.
Well, to be fair, this is 7 pieces that snap together. It's like super easy.
I don't even think all of my things together were 7 pieces total.
This one was a little more complicated because it had, this weird indent on the bottom. So it's got like multiple pieces to make that up.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get the door on an angle. There's glue there. Oh, and I realize I'm holding it out of the... So I'm putting glue, some glue there, and then some glue along the bottom here.
Yeah, it definitely feels like styrene.
So you don't need to glue it at all. It just completely snaps together.
Yeah, well, they have these little. I can pull this one apart and show you.
Well, hold on one second. Let me get the door on, and then you can take it apart and show me. Because
Yeah, well, I'm taking it apart, and then I'll be ready to show it
okay.
to you. I'm not taking it completely apart, but
Wow,
similarly.
Roy's able to put together a building, take it apart, and put it back together before you can get your outhouse door on.
Hey, he did it. Hey.
listen up, Rick.
That looks pretty good, Heath.
Um.
Even got the door slightly ajar.
Yeah.
Here.
Now the question is going to be, if I let it dry for about 5 minutes, if I go to pick it up, is it all just going to completely fall apart or not?
No.
No, if you let it dry, it'll be good.
It'll stay together just until it hits the floor.
Tom says this one is a Craftsman kit.
Yep.
Oh,
Absolutely is.
Very
I like
crafty.
Chris's idea. I need a little Walther's catalog in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good idea. I like that. What I think I really need is a Tom's Trains and Things N scale man in Daisy Duke shorts, bending over, cleaning out the outhouse.
And every time the train goes by, you hear a flush sound.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, man.
This actually turned out, I mean, I know I didn't stain it or anything, but for a first time putting together a little kit, that's not bad.
You should hear a flush sound and then a man's voice. Get Tom to record him saying, "Darn it, Heath."
Sears and Roebuck turned to the lingerie section.
Lingerie, yeah.
Does Mini Prince do that? Mini Prince does have a specific person, but not. I don't think they have a Tom's Trains and Things. What year Walther's catalog? I don't know what year Walther's catalog I would do. Crazy Joe, you're all so twisted. That's why I like you. Oh, that's too funny. So let's take a look at. Do you have the things apart?
Yeah. So I'll hold it up really close. You see the little holes in the corner there?
Yep.
And down the side. And then on this part, I'll have to turn it to the side. Let me get it right.
There you go.
Mhm.
Yep.
There's little notches in those inner pieces, right? And those inner pieces are what's holding the 4 walls and whatnot out together. Like there's a floor, mid-level, and top. Because it's
So
a
it's
taller
basically
building.
a press and fit.
Yeah, you just press it all together. And then they had sheets There's a sheet to put the windows in. I just didn't do it yet. I didn't want to cut out the sheet yet.
Chris says they have a Tom's Trains and Stuff. They actually don't, but that would be pretty hilarious if they
It
did.
would be good.
Tom,
Yeah, that would be
Tom's
pretty
Trains
funny.
and
See, so they just, literally holds itself together.
Well,
Pretty,
if I can call that a Craftsman kit, I think I might just get a couple of those. So,
And the nice thing about these is that they're really cheap. Like, I think the most expensive one I got was this super huge one, and it was only like 30 or something. 35.
that's why I was looking at them on eBay's, because they were so cheap.
Yeah, you got to be careful because some of the ones on eBay are their old stuff where they were using filament printers, so they
Yes.
look really
Yep.
crappy. The resin printed stuff looks pretty nice. I have a couple of those. Like they did a gas station and a mechanic's garage to go with it, kind of thing. That's
So let's
resin
take
printed.
a look. So we've got the outhouse right next to the picnic table, so you can eat and flush right away.
oh my gosh.
I think the
Here's the
table would be
Taco
at
Bell.
least a little bit away so that you don't smell the outhouse while you're eating your picnic.
Ah, come on! It's a guy that lives in a shack. I mean, how and I've got the two boats with the oars down in the river, and we'll paint this. We'll make this blue. What I actually kind of, as I built the outhouse and put it here, what I kind of want to do is I kind of want to build a little like structure to like put the outhouse over the ravine.
Oh my.
You know,
Like
as
a-
if
like
the,
Like a dock.
right,
Small dock.
as if the guy was pooping over the ravine, and then just on the wall of the ravine, we'll just kind of have like a oil
Brown.
slick going down the side of it.
Oh,
Brown
John.
stains.
But yeah, or it'll be back in this corner here. But either
you,
way, I think next will probably be this shack, which isn't a Craftsman kit. It's a laser kit. I know, I get it. But I think it'll be fun. I think it's got a little oil barrel on the outside, maybe.
For heat.
That's a boiler, right?
Yeah, for oil heat. Follow steps in numerical sequence. There you go. Maybe we'll take this on the next modeling Monday. We'll
So did you glue the paddles to the boat, or are they just laying on there?
they're just
Because a small breeze will blow them away.
no, they're just right now they're just loose.
You might
Once
want
I-
to glue them because they will just blow away with a small breeze.
Yeah, once I
open the-
figure out where I want the boats, like maybe I'll put one of the boats up here, like about to go over the waterfall or something. And then we'll put the other boat like down here, like on its side or something. No, I don't know. But yeah, eventually I'm not sure how to do it, but I kind of think I'm just going to fill this up with water, find where the water line is, paint the water line in, and then like paint the blue in the water underneath it. So I'm not sure how else to best find the water line, but we'll see. Let's see. Mark Stafford was saying that outhouse is what we call a long drop. I do think I want to do that. I think that would be a lot of fun to have the outhouse right at the edge of the ravine. And then I'll put like a staircase going down the ravine underneath the outhouse as if the guy's got to like walk. David says that was a shitty job, but somebody had to do it. I just finished building a chest of drawers in O scale that is larger than your N scale outhouse. Yeah,
Way to go, Daniel.
Tim says another thunderstorm's coming, which means I need to go take the dog out before it gets too bad. Here we go again with the van down by the river.
There we go.
Which is why India has polluted water in most places. Yeah. You don't want to go in the rivers in India.
No, you
So
don't.
So people in chat, if you want to start posting, if you've got anything coming up, At this point, I don't know if I'm going to do a stream Friday or not. I think I'm going to have a contract signed by Friday, which means I'm not going to be available Friday. But just keep an eye on my community tab. I'll post up one way or another. But I'll definitely be back for Modeling Monday later. Yeah. The Hudson River, they actually cleaned it up. You can swim in the Hudson River. So not a lot of stuff in the Hudson River anymore. It's actually really pretty clean. But who else? Lynn, you got anything going on you want to tell us about?
Nothing you don't already know about. Like I said, I'm getting started on that new module. We're gearing up for the train show in Ridgecrest, lower part of Death Valley. That's a go, and that's about it, actually. And my room is clean.
Almost clean. I thought you weren't quite done yet. Almost clean.
Well, I'm trying to figure out where to put the stuff I am keeping, but that's working out fine.
I guess an easy way to clean up the room was you moved it all to a different room.
Exactly, the front room.
Right, exactly.
In the front room.
That's how I clean things as well. I move them to a different room so I don't have to look at them.
I just
Jason.
find places to put stuff under.
Yeah, exactly. Carpet. Just sweep it under.
Buy the wife a new table and put all your stuff under it.
Exactly. Mr. Jason, what's going on with you?
Getting plastered.
Nice.
Look, my hands are like whiter than I am. So pretty white.
Do you have running water out there or no?
No, I'm actually using a refill.
Yeah.
But no, I was going to remind everyone that if I hold the 800 subscribers on Friday, we will be doing a blackout bingo for Sidetrack Sunday.
Nice.
So tell all your friends, go subscribe to the Freak.
Yeah, get them over 800.
Well, I'm over 8. I'm at 802. I just have to hold it till Friday.
Right.
Ah, gotcha.
Keep them
Gotcha.
over 8.
Yeah, I got to keep them over at least for a full week. I hit 800 last Friday. So
Awesome.
So yeah, I'm gonna finish getting this done tonight, and then probably get on to painting it later. So
You're done already. Your time's over.
okay.
Roy's up now.
So I'm doing my 200 subscriber contest. It's delayed a little bit because I'm waiting for one of the prizes to get here. It was supposed to be here Friday. Hopefully it'll be here tomorrow. I'm gonna make the video to announce it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna give it away. I might just have people reply to the video I make, and then make another video randomly selecting them.
Before we get to our last but least person, Edward Katie wants to know who will be taking over on Friday. That's a good question. If anybody wants Friday, let me know. I probably won't be able to keep doing it. So if somebody wants it and has the time, let me know, and we'll start promoting it. TSG Multimedia is this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. It's all about his latest trip. Let's see. Tim from CP368 Productions reached 100 subscribers this weekend. He's at 102 now. Real Railroads episode 4 will be up on schedule. I think that's the episode I am on for this week. Hasn't gone rail fanning. People are asking who woke Sparky up, and Sparky's saying he's still asleep. Chris from Go Via Go Home is having a 2000 sub contest giveaway soon.
Nice.
RD0 wants to know if Jason can ship the CoverGirl ad to him when he's done with it. Heath, need to go on YouTube and watch the SNL skit with Chris Farley. Yeah, I should do that. I know it keeps coming up. Roy, you can't give away a prize you won from Jack Jack.
I'm not giving away a prize I won from Jack Jack.
I gave away those prints that I got, so you know.
That's true.
No, this is something I ordered. It's just delayed shipping.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with regifting.
I have the last thing I got from Jack Jack, which was a surprise.
Wow.
Nice.
Jack Jack is incredibly generous with his the amount of contests and the gifts or prizes he gives away.
Yeah.
It's really
Well,
it's really
that,
incredible.
I'm pretty sure that one is because I sent him some N scale stuff, cars and an engine and whatnot. So
Are
was very
you no
happy.
longer N scale, Roy?
No, I'm N scale. That whole layout behind me is N scale.
Just checking, just making sure.
So remember, Heath, I'm single and I have a high paying job.
Yeah.
I have a lot of N scale stuff.
Yes, I understand.
Nice.
I understand.
Nice.
I am not single. I don't have a high paying job.
And you have a lot of all the scale stuff.
Anyway. James Galton says, I had over 400 views for a Switch Machine video. Tom's Trains and Things says, regifting is okay. Those are nice. Artie Zero is up to 60 subs. Thank you, everyone, for their support. John from Mystic Southern Railway says, regifting is okay as long as it's not food.
Or used socks.
Or your best friend's wife.
Oh, jeez.
Keith, can I show you one more thing?
I don't know. Your time's up already.
Okay. What if it's,
Go ahead.
What if it's in scale?
There you go.
It's all in scale, and that's only one. This is what happens when you clean your room. You find things.
See, I think everyone wants to be an N scaler. They just don't all want to admit it in public.
I'm with you there.
This is all in scale.
Nice. See,
Like
everyone's got N scale.
See, Jason didn't want to admit it, so he had his son do it.
Woo! Jason getting called out. Jason getting called out. So
that's why you don't see any layout updates on it either.
uh-oh. So, Mr. Bailey, before I kick all of you guys out of here, what are you up to?
I'm making trees, brother. Making trees.
Awesome.
Wire trees. I just did a whole series, 3-video series on how I've learned how to make them. I'm just passing the time, waiting for I'm trying to get a whole forest together so I can get John over here to actually do some more work. But other than that, just hanging out and living life.
So Robert from Flying Crow's been stuck at 446 for a long time. We need to get him up to at least 500 so he can get a new chair.
By the way, I just wanted to say, I really enjoyed that series, Rick, on the trees.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Some cool new techniques that I didn't think of.
I must have. I can't tell you how many videos that I watched on how to do this, and I just picked out the best parts of each video and put it together, and it seems to work. I mean,
yeah.
I've made 6 trees in the last 4 days. So
basically, what you're saying is you're just stealing content from people.
I'm stealing content and I am multiplying at a rapid rate.
I like that your trees have roots. Like most of the trees that I see people showing
true.
how to make, they're just a stick in, and I like roots. Like the roots are more realistic.
Yes, they are awesome. They are awesome.
Oh, that's true. I never thought of that. Yeah.
Thank Luke Towan for that one. I stole it from the master.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
I started watching after last night's show. We were talking about Kathy Millett not doing train stuff, and I went and started checking out some of her newer stuff. She actually just did a live stream as well. It looks like Kathy's going to start doing live streams weekly.
Once a month. No, once a month.
Once a month? Once a month?
Once a month, second week of the month. So.
Yeah, so that should be cool to be able to. Be nice to be able to interact with her.
I saw that she did a live stream, but I didn't catch it. It's in my watch later list. It was like a 2-hour show too.
Yeah, she did a really good job interacting with the chat, like keeping up with questions and comments and stuff. It was pretty cool.
I'm sure
Sparky
she can give Keith a run for his money.
Yeah, probably. Sparky says, Rick has been making a wire tree video in 3 parts so far. A real tree grows faster than his builds.
Oh, that is so not true. part.
do need to wrap this up to go take the dog out. So I'm going to start bouncing people down unless you guys have any last words. I'm going to pop people out of here. Looks like Roy popped himself out of here. I'll take care of the rest of you. But thanks so much, everyone, for being here. Really appreciate all the support and everything. I'll be back next Monday for Modeling Monday. But please do check out everybody else that is streaming and posting videos and help support the community. And just have a really great week.
It's all about humanity.